everybody, welcome to Girl Talk. We're filming at Radiant Skin Therapy and Laser Center, and later we'll talk with Ann, the owner. Don't you guys love talking to Ann?
Love it. I love her. You know, I bumped into her at a Badger game this past weekend too.
Did you?
Yeah, she's just so fun. I love that her real personality. I mean, when she's on air with us, it's just her.
Yeah, I get lost in conversation with her.
I know.
Yeah, so later we'll be talking about one of the therapies that they offer at Radiant Skin Therapy. And the one thing a couple things I love about Ann, I love how she just lays it out there. There's no, sugarcoating anything. She tells you what to expect, how it's going to work, and even more importantly, the cost.
Yeah.
A lot of places don't want to tell you that.
Shy away from it.
They shy away from it, but she just puts it out there. It's a real matter of fact. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and that's so important when you're going to get a service, because a lot of the times what's fearful is what you don't know, and you know, to have somebody sort of walk you through the process, like here's what to expect, here's what you're going to feel, here's what you're going to experience, just takes all the edge out of it. And oftentimes it's better than you think.
Yeah.
You know, it's not as bad.
And really, the cost I think is really for what you're getting is incredible.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people just assume that it would cost thousands of dollars, and it's not the case.
Not always the case, right? We also have Sue Klein from Klein's Floral.
Who also is a straight shooter.
Also
She
a
is.
straight shooter.
She tells you what to plant in a straightforward manner. She does, though. We'll talk to her about some decorating ideas, because it is sadly starting to really get colder now. We keep having these teasers.
Right.
It gets cold and then it gets warm, and
Wisconsin
I kind
weather.
of like that though.
I'll
It
take
eases
them.
you in just a little rather than just cutting you off from
But
summer.
I do love all the changing. The trees though are starting to get
Gorgeous.
really beautiful.
Yeah.
I love when you walk and the leaves are actually falling on you
Yeah.
as you walk. You went up north to Door County. How was
I
it
did.
up there?
It was my first time. It was so beautiful.
your first time?
It was. Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
know. My parents are in northern Wisconsin, like straight north near Minocqua, so I usually go that way. But Door County was so beautiful. The colors were changing faster than here in Madison, and the water was beautiful. It was warm yet.
That's nice.
Shorts. Wine. We did a haunted pub crawl, which was really neat. So I got to see a lot of different places and get some history, and it was really neat. You went as well. We didn't even bump into each other. Right.
I kind of had an unexpected date come up, and it was the most romantic date that I've had, and it was our first date too.
Okay,
as we get closer, do tell.
We're gonna live vicariously through you.
It's always a fireman paramedic. And I was like, okay, this could, nice. But he's like, well, why don't you come up? And we stopped in Green Bay and went on the Zip and Pippin, which was Elvis's favorite. It's the Zip and Pippin. It was Elvis's favorite roller coaster, and they moved it. It's in Green Bay, and it's like $1. But it's so fun, and you see the water and everything's gorgeous. But then we drove up to Door County, went wine tasting, and went to a fish boil, sat by the lake, and I'm like, this is like straight off The Bachelor.
I know. It's hard not to.
Yeah.
So romantic sounding.
And it was my first time to Door County as well. Gorgeous. And it's seriously, don't you feel like you're on a movie set?
Somewhere
like it's
else.
just very quaint, and all the little stores and all the flowers and the trees. It was
What
it was
a lovely
nice.
date.
Very
Did you
romantic.
say that he boarded your dogs or something? Tell me
He
about-
built a kennel for my dogs so that we could go away for the day, and he put a little dog house in there, and he's kind of We'll see how it goes, and I will let you know.
Well, for the rest of us, we're going to have Froth House on actually next, right?
A musical guest. We get to have a musical guest. I'm so excited
Oh my God,
about that.
That
their
could be a
voices.
date place, right?
Yeah,
a little
with
date
the live
night.
music and like cozy. If you have a tester date, you go for coffee, because then you can get out of there quick, or if you like it, you can order another.
They have both, so you could go in the early afternoon and then just stay till like 7 when they have their open mics and get a beer instead.
Yeah. Sounds
Very
like a
great
good
date
date to me.
idea.
Yeah, there's your next
Right.
one for you.
Froth House.
Well, we've got to take a break. We'll be right back. You're watching Girl Talk. When we come back, we'll have the Froth House, a nice cafe, live music, healthy food. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are filming here at Radiant Skin Therapy in their gorgeous lobby. And we are joined now by a couple of great guests. So if you are looking for a great cup of coffee, some healthy food, and maybe even some live entertainment, look no further. We've got Amy Wettenkamp who joins us, and also Kelly Underwood who joins us to tell us all the many ways that we can fall in love with the Froth House. How are you guys doing?
Great, thanks for having us.
So glad to have you. So we got a chance to kind of touch base with you a couple days ago, which was exciting, but I really want you to share with our Girl Talk viewers now some of the things that you're doing at the Froth House, because it's just lots of fun. And first tell us, you know, some of your favorite things about owning the Froth House and being part of it.
Well, the atmosphere is very welcoming and cozy. It's just a great place to connect with other people, and we do that through sharing food, sharing art and music, and just being authentically interested in other people when they come through that door. Because I've met so many great people at the shop, I am excited to just know who's coming next that I can connect with.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
Good for
with
you
all
guys.
those things, I mean, all those ways that you can meet people and relate to different people and through food and through music. Tell us about the upcoming events that you have going on.
Sure, every Tuesday night we have an open mic from 7 to 9 where you can come and share, and if it's not music, you could do spoken word, whatever you want. We also have Thursday night live music, and we always have amazing artists from the community or that are also traveling, and that's 7 to 9. And then every Saturday morning from 9 to 10 we have kids music, and so we get a nice turnout for that. Yeah.
That's what I thought was so cool about you guys. You know, obviously it's a coffee shop and you've got all this great food, but you also have just amazing entertainment. You offer kids music, which I think is so neat. But you have other events that you do too. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Sure, we have an event coming up November 14th, 15th, 21st, 22nd called The Last 5 Years. It's a 2-person musical. And so we're going to be doing that, myself and one of our employees, Brian. And that's one of the cool things about the shop is that our employees are musicians, so they join us up on stage a lot as well.
That's great. Such a musical group of folks.
Yes,
That's really cool.
Absolutely.
I obviously haven't heard any of your music yet, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm also looking forward to eating there. I was checking out your menu online last night, and I wished I was there at that moment. Not only does it look healthy and delicious, but it is super affordable. I was so impressed with your prices.
We're located 1 block west High School, and so we want to make it more affordable so that everyone can come and enjoy. We have a wide variety of customers that come in. It's from business people to college students to high schoolers, and so it's just, as everybody comes, everybody should be there.
Yeah, we recently lowered our prices just because we really wanted to make it attainable for everybody to come and enjoy our food. Yes.
Great.
Well, we got to get to the musical portion here. I'm very excited. You guys did a little number for us the other day. We're going to let you go for it this time. So give us a sample of what you guys do over there.
Well, this is a song that I wrote many years ago.
My, oh my, look where we are again, back where we started. I wish I'd seen it coming, so unexpected, I was so unprepared. It's not fair, I wanna make you feel what I am feeling. Ask for my forgiveness, beg me to come back again. It's my turn to push you out the door. What the heck? Let's dig it out again, we'll equal the score. And maybe this time I'll leave you all alone, wanting more. It's your turn to sit around and wait for me to call. I wanna know that you'll come running back repeatedly, even if I push you out. Don't leave me when I say.
Well, we're going to let them take us out. Make sure you go check them out over at the Froth House. This is the kind of entertainment you get over there. When we return, we're going to talk to Sue Klein and get some fall decorating tips right here on Girl Talk. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're filming at Radiance Skin Therapy and Laser Center off of Todd Drive. Later on, we'll talk with the owner about a special procedure. You might want to stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, fall is among us, ladies, quite literally. I love this setting. We are lucky today to have Klein's Floral and Greenhouses with us as we turn to fall and things are turning color. It gets us a little more excited about decorating. We are even luckier to have Sue Klein, the Sue Klein, from Klein's Floral and Greenhouses. Welcome, Sue.
Thank you.
Thank you for this lovely setting.
Brightening our set. Gorgeous.
I know, it doesn't get
Fall
too
is
much
in the
better.
air. Yes,
Very much so.
yes.
So, other than taking this set home with us, what are some ideas for decorating our home, our workspaces?
Sure. Well, right now, of course, we have our homegrown mum plants in the greenhouses, and there's fall pansies, there's flowering kale and cabbage. You can plant those yourself, or we also have many containers that are ready to go and just pick them up and go.
Cool. So trying to think ahead, because I know that springtime gets so busy. Is there anything we could be doing now for spring, like planting spring blooming bulbs, for example?
Well, the spring bulbs, like the tulips, the daffodils, hyacinths, and all those, we have them in stock right now, and this is the perfect time of the year to plant
Okay.
them, mid-October to the end of October. They like sun, so
Okay.
find a sunny spot for them, well-drained soil, and the general rule of thumb is to plant them 2 to 3 times their height. That's how deep you'd plant them.
Okay.
I always
Yep,
goof
and
that
always
part
with
up.
the
Yeah, I never
pointed
know.
side up.
The pointed side up.
is very important.
Okay.
They'll
Yes.
grow upside down, right?
Right.
Or they'll try.
Right, exactly. But other things that you could be doing right now is getting your beds ready for next spring. It's easier to do it in the fall than in spring when it's really busy. You're going to want to cut down your perennials so
Okay.
there won't be as many pests and all that in the spring.
Oh, that's a
clean
good
up.
tip. I didn't
Yeah.
know that either. Okay.
All good tips. And I didn't even realize, I was saying before we started, I'm such a dummy with this stuff, that you could plant your spring bulbs now. So that's
Right.
really cool. And looking at all these, I mean, they look so gorgeous inside too. Is there anything that we can plant inside? Can we plant those spring
Well,
bulbs
there's
in?
bulbs like the hyacinths and paper whites and then amaryllis that absolutely you can grow those inside.
Okay,
You can
great.
force them.
We can brighten up the home
Exactly.
too. Awesome.
Exactly.
Good.
Well, you know, the spring, the outdoor bulbs in the middle of winter. Well, after our long Wisconsin winters, it's just so pretty to see
Yeah.
little crocus popping up in the snow. and-
Especially once you've already done the work
Yes.
prior
Right.
to
Yes.
spring
Yes.
coming. So that's a great tip for folks. Yeah, absolutely.
So speaking of work and shifting from the bulbs to more like your gardening space, fall is often a time where we do clean up before winter really hits. What are some things we should be
Well, and
doing?
also just you can visit like the Rotary Gardens, Olbrich Gardens, get some ideas of plants that you want to plant for next year. Take notes, journal. A lot of people will journal the plants that worked well for them, and things that they'd like to try for next year.
And I stopped in because I bought a house in March and I came in to visit you. I don't think you were there that day, but I couldn't believe the selection. And it was almost like overwhelmed, but a good overwhelm. I'm like, I want this, and I want this, and I want this. It was beautiful.
I want it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So journaling's a great idea. I could have been a little bit more prepared. Are there any floral holidays this month?
Oh yes, this month there is Boss's Day, October 16th.
Okay.
Sweetest Day is Saturday, October 18th. And then I always think Halloween is a floral holiday as well.
The oranges.
Oh yeah, bring out the
Yep,
orange and
yep.
even yellow too. I think mixes nicely for Halloween. So kind of fun. Well, real quick, obviously we already are almost out of time, but is there anything that you can tell us, sneak peek behind the scenes?
What's going on right now in
Yeah.
the greenhouses? Well, we're getting ready for the holidays. We have our poinsettias growing in the back. They look absolutely amazing. We're getting ready for the Garden Expo in February at the Alliant Energy Center. So primroses and herbs and all that are coming in right now.
Great, lots of fun stuff.
Yes, it's always exciting.
So we could talk to you all day. We've got so much fun stuff to talk about, but thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
for having
us.
me. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So you'll be at the Garden Expo.
We will be. Yes.
Go look for Sue at the Garden Expo later. You said February?
February.
In February. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Radiance. We'll be talking about Ultherapy.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. Listen up, there is a non-surgical way to tighten, tone, and lift skin that is safe. Listening yet, right? We all need this. We are joined by, or rather we join Ann Hill right here at Radiant Skin Therapy, and we're so excited to learn about this. Welcome, Ann.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for having us here.
Thanks for coming.
And I'm so excited to learn about this. So it's called Ultherapy. Talk to us about what this is.
Right. It is a one-of-a-kind type of treatment, and the reason being is our other treatments on the market today they're based on heat, and heat will destroy collagen, rebuild collagen. But this treatment can go down deep, not only into your dermis where you build collagen, but it can go down into the connective tissue area where we can actually lift you. So we lift and tighten. And we do it through an ultrasound screen where we're actually visualizing the bad tissue that we need to treat.
That's awesome. So this is how we can look like you.
So tell us what we're trying to achieve. What are you doing?
So what are the key benefits of this procedure?
Right, so recently we just had FDA approval for the décolletage area or the chest area, and that's great because it really is the only thing on the market that is FDA approved to lift and tighten and resurface a chest area. So that's unique, but we also use it on face and neck. So we don't compare it at all to a surgeon because we'll never be doing that, but it is a definite alternative to surgery because we can lift and tighten. And then it's also an alternative for people who've had surgery and want to keep their results.
Well, and if you can avoid a major surgery, why wouldn't you?
That's
Absolutely.
Absolutely, because there really isn't any downtime. There can be a little bit of tenderness after the treatment and maybe a small bruise on rare occasions, but there's really no downtime to it.
So I know that the procedures that we've previously talked about with you are very fast and really easy, and you make it so comfortable for them here at Radiance. Can you tell us how this procedure works?
Right. Well, this one isn't quite as fast. It just depends on the area. I should specify that. So if we're doing lift around the eyes, that's a little bit quicker procedure than if we're doing a chest or if we're doing a neck or if we're lifting the upper part of the face. So it can be anywhere from a 15-minute procedure all the way up to some people we have done full face and neck and chest, and now we're looking at a 4-hour treatment.
Okay.
Yes, so.
Still pretty fast considering you're lifting yourself.
And the no
without doing
downtime. That's
surgery.
the real thing that I think is so neat. And the results, let's talk a little bit about results, because I've seen some pretty outstanding pictures from this. And you mentioned that this is really the only non-surgical way to lift.
Right.
So talk to us about what kind of results you're seeing.
Right. So because we can get down to that connective tissue area, many of us, especially in that neck area or in that jowl area, tightening just isn't enough to get that pull back. And so I think that's what we're seeing, is that we're not only seeing the tightening effects, but we're actually seeing that lift effect in all areas that we're treating.
So we've already said that we can do it on the face. Like, what are some of this? Can you do the whole face or just certain areas, or?
Yeah, we stay within our boundaries of where we're able to treat safely, of course, and at what depths, because not everything do we need to treat all the way down to our deepest filter, because that skin tissue isn't that deep.
Right.
But we have that ability to treat around the eyes, through here to lift here, the jawline, the neck, and then we just got clearance for the chest.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's so incredible. So what can, I'm sure that you can get multiple places, like you said,
Yeah.
and then maybe multiple treatments as well, or what are our viewers looking at for cost-wise for each of these treatments?
Well, a lot of our tightening treatments in the past, and we have many of them here too, just for tightening, it's usually a series that you're going through. When we're doing the actual lifting part of this and tightening, it's not a series. You could expect one treatment, and if you're real lax in those areas, maybe 2. But it isn't a series of treatments. It should be, we're lifting, we're tightening, and that result is going to continue for up to a year. So unfortunately, we like that instant gratification, but with this one, we have to be patient and we have to wait. So people will come in, we'll check them at about 3 months, and then, but we will see progression all the way up until a year. And so cost, I'm sorry I kind of rambled there, but cost.
No, I'm soaking this all in. Tell me all about it, please.
Cost is dependent on the area. We can do something as little as resurfacing and retexturizing around the mouth. A lot of people have lip lines and things like that. We can do that. So you're looking at something like that, you know, you're looking at anywhere from $200 to $300. You know, if we're getting into, you know, full face and neck, you know, then we're going to be into the thousands of dollars for that.
But you don't have to come back, you know, over and over, like
One and done.
every 6 weeks or something. So the cost, you really spread it out over the time. And
Right, exactly.
Pretty cost effective.
Yeah, and you know, if you're getting a tightening treatment and you're coming back in 4 to 6 times for it, you're already building that cost right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, and you're getting a lot more with the out there.
And how much would a surgery alternative cost?
Exactly.
Not
That's what I was just
anywhere
going to
close
say.
to that.
Yes.
When you
so.
talk about the alternative to spending the money on surgery and the safeness and the quickness and the no downtime, I mean, that's incredibly affordable for anti-aging. So,
Yeah.
what a neat thing. We always learn about something new, and of course, we all have now a longer list of things that we want to get. But thank you very much, Anne, for joining us and having us here at Radiance. And we want to thank our guests for joining us today on the show, and thank you for watching. That's it for us here on Girl Talk.